Hello students, welcome to e-classes of P.N. Amasay High School. We will continue with our chapter number 3, Playing with Numbers, exercise 3.5. Question number 6. Find all the prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order. Now state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime factors. Students, in this question we have to find out all the prime factors of 1729 and then we have to arrange those prime factors in ascending order. And then we have to state the relationship between the two consecutive prime factor. Solution for sum number 6. Students, first we have to find out the prime factors of 1729. For this we will write 1729 here. We will use the division method to find out the prime factors. Students, here you can use the rules of divisibility to find out 1729 is divisible by which number. As the unit digit is 9, so the number is not divisible by 2 and 5. And if we add these numbers, we get 19, and 19 is not a multiple of 3. So the number is not divisible by 3 also. Then we can use now 7 as a prime number, and by dividing 1729 by 7 we will get 247 as a quotient. Now we have to divide this quotient by another prime number through which this 247 is directly divisible. So we will take 13. By dividing 247 by 13 we will get 19 as a quotient. And as you know, 19 is a prime number. So 19 is divisible only by 1 and 19. So we will take 19 here. By dividing 19 by 19 we will get 1 as a quotient. We have to repeat this process until we get quotient as 1. Now the prime factors of 1729 are 7 into 13 into 19. Next, in the question was asked to write the prime factors in ascending order. So prime factors of 1729 in ascending order is equals to 7 into 13 into 19. Now we have to state the relationship between the two consecutive prime factors. Students, if you see, if we subtract 7 from 13, we will get 6. And if we subtract 13 from 19, then also we will get 6 as an answer. So the difference of two consecutive prime factor is 6. Now we move to question number 7. The product of three consecutive number is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with the help of some example. Student, in this question we have to find out whether the product of three consecutive number is divisible by 6 or not with the help of few examples. Students, we have to multiply. Product means we have to multiply three consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers means the numbers those numbers which are in sequence, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have to find out whether the product of that three consecutive number is divisible by 6 or not. Solution for sum number 7. Here we have to multiply three consecutive numbers and to see whether the number are divisible by 6 or not. We have to take few examples. For example, here we have taken 1, 2, 3 as a consecutive number. If we multiply these three numbers, if we multiply 1 by 2, we will get 2, and by multiplying 2 by 3, we will get 6. And we have to see whether 6 is divisible by 6 or not. So you can say that 6 is divisible by 6. So the product of three consecutive number is divisible by 6. We will take another example. Example number 2. If we multiply 2, 3 and 4, 2, 3, 4 are also consecutive numbers. If we multiply them, 2 3s is 6, 6 4s is 24, and 24 is divisible by 6. So the product of three consecutive numbers is divisible by 6. Now example 3. If we multiply 4, 5, 6, these are also consecutive numbers. By multiplying 4 by 5, we will get 20, and by multiplying 20 by 6, we will get 120. And 120 is also divisible by 6. So it's proved that by multiplying 3 consecutive numbers, the answer is divisible by 6. Students, I have explained you this with the help of 3 examples. 2 more examples you have to do by yourself. Now question number 8. The sum of 2 consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. Students, here we have to find out whether the sum of 2 consecutive odd number is divisible by 4 with the help of few examples. Sum means we have to add 2 consecutive odd numbers. Odd numbers means number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on are odd numbers. We have to add 2 consecutive odd numbers and we have to find out whether they are divisible by 4 or not. Solution for sum number 8. Students, here we have to find out if we add 2 consecutive odd numbers, then the answer is divisible by 4 or not. Here also we have to solve the sum with the help of few examples. Example 1. If we add 3 and 5, 3 is also an odd number and 5 is also an odd number, and 3 and 5 are consecutive odd numbers. If we add them, we get 8 and 8 is divisible by 4. Another example, if we add 5 and 7, 5 and 7 are consecutive odd numbers. So we will get 12 as an answer, and 12 is divisible by 4. Example number 3, 7 and 9 are also consecutive odd numbers. If we add them, we will get 16 and 16 is divisible by 4. So it's proved that if we add 2 consecutive odd numbers, then the answer is divisible by 4. Students, I have explained you this with the help of 3 examples. 2 more examples you have to do by yourself. Now we move to our next question. Question number 9. In which of the following expressions prime factorization has been done? Here few expressions are given. We have to find out in which of the following expressions prime factorization has been done. A part of sum number 9, 24 is equals to 2 into 3 into 4. B part of question 9, 56 equals to 7 into 2 into 2 into 2. And C part of question 9, 70 is equals to 2 into 5 into 7. D part of question 9, 54 is equals to 2 into 3 into 9. Students, I have explained you in my previous video, to find out the prime factorization, we have to take prime factors only. Here you can see in A part, the prime factors are 2 into 3 into 4, and 4 is not a prime number. So in this expression, prime factorization has not been done. In B part of question number 9, you can see the factors are 7 into 2 into 2 into 2, and all these factors are prime factors. So we can say that in this expression, prime factorization has been done. C part of question 9, here also you can see that the factors are 2 into 5 into 7, and all these factors are prime factors. So here also prime factorization has been done. And D part of question 9 is the factors here are 2 into 3 into 9, and 9 is not a prime factor. So we can say that in this expression prime factorization has not been done. So solution for question number 9, in B, that is 56 equals to 7 into 2 into 2, and C, 70 is equals to 2 into 5 into 7, prime factorization has been done. Now question number 10. Determine if 25,110 is divisible by 45. We have to see whether 25,110 is divisible by 45 or not. Hint, 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Test the divisibility of the numbers by 5 and 9. Here hint is given that 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. We have to test the divisibility by using numbers 5 and 9. Solution for sum number 10. Students, I have explained you in my previous video about some more rules of divisibility. Here, in that rule number 2 was, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. We have to follow that rule to solve this sum. The prime factorization of 45 is equals to 5 into 9. If we find out the factors of 49, we will get 5 and 9. And we can see that 25,110 is divisible by 5 according to the rules of divisibility by 5 or 5. If a number has a unit digit of 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. So 25,110 is divisible by 5. 25,110 is divisible by 9 according to the rules of divisibility by 9. If we add these numbers and the answer of that number is a multiple of 9, then that number is divisible by 9. Here if we add all the digits of the number, we will get 9, and 9 is a multiple of 9. So 25,110 is divisible by 9. Therefore the number 25,110 is divisible by 45. According to some more rules of divisibility, or rule number 2, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, here this number is divisible by these two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by its product also. And if we multiply it 5 and 9, we will get 45. Then the number 25,110 is divisible by 45 also. Question number 11. 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. It is also divisible by 2 multiplied by 3 is equals to 6. Similarly, a number is divisible by both 4 and 6. Can we say that the number must also be divisible by 4 multiplied by 6 is equals to 24? If not, give an example to justify your answer. Students, here what is given in the question is that 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. You can see that 2 9 is 18 and 3 6 is also 18. So 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. So it is also divisible by 2 multiplied by 3 equals to 6. And if we multiply 2 and 3, we will get 6. And 18 is divisible by 6 also. Similarly, here a number is divisible if any number which we don't know is divisible by 4 and 6. So we can say that it must also be divisible by 4 multiplied by 6, that is 24. So the number which we don't know, we can say that number is divisible by 24 also. If not, then we have to give an example to justify why the number is not divisible. Now solution for sum number 11. Here a number is divisible by 4 and 6. May not be divisible by 4 multiplied by 6. We have to find out if a number that is divisible by 4 and 6 is not divisible by 4 multiplied by 6. I will explain you this with an example. 12 is divisible by 4 and 6. You can see that 4 multiplied by 3 is 12 and 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So 12 is divisible by 4 and 6. But 12 is not divisible by 4 into 6, that is 24. So you can see that 12 is not divisible by 24. 4 multiplied by 6 is 24 and 12 is not divisible by 24. Now we move to the last question of exercise 3.5, question number 12. I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Can you find me? Students, we have to find a smallest number which has 4 different prime factors. Now solution for sum number 12. Here we have to find out the smallest number which have 4 different prime factors. To find out the smallest number, we have to multiply 4 smallest prime numbers. So the smallest 4 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7. If you multiply these 4 prime numbers, we will get the smallest number which will have 4 different prime factors. Therefore, the required number is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. That is 210. So, the smallest number which have 4 different prime factor is 210. So, students, with this our exercise 3.5 is complete, and we will continue with our chapter in the next video. Thank you.